See, obesity is actually a major factor responsible for development and progression of diabetes and the other complications which are associated with diabetes. Basically, by the patients who are obese, they develop a lot of insulin resistance, and that is the reason that these patients have very high blood sugar. They also have high cholesterol values, which in long term leads to atherosclerosis. Now, atherosclerosis, in simple terms, is a narrowing of the blood vessels, the arteries, and that is how, over a period of years, the blood supply to your critical organs that goes down, and it might lead to some complications like heart attack or stroke or gangrene. So, obesity is basically one of the key important factors which is responsible for poor prognosis in patients. You might say that in general, overall, there were people who were locked in their homes, they were depressed, they were spending more time watching TVs and eating, and they gained weight. But then probably that was the opportunity which we could have used for doing more of exercise during that period. The problem with weight loss is that once you are obese, you actually lose the hope that I can lose weight. And then you get disheartened, you make some attempts, you try for a few weeks, then you don't lose weight and you feel that I can't lose weight. So that's a cycle. If you try to break it once, and if you start losing some weight, that motivates you and you go for further exercise and diet restrictions. What I would say that weight loss is easily doable. Even if you are in a position where you can't exercise, there are certain dietary modifications that you can do to your diet, and by doing so, you will start losing weight. But then you need to give some time to that. You can't just do dieting for a week or two and then give up. You need to at least give a month or two for the effects to happen. And once you start losing weight, then you get motivated for doing more exercises and following the diet more strictly, and you can ultimately lose weight. Remember one thing, that every 1 kg that you lose, you add 1 year to your life, one healthy year to your life. So just motivate yourself, watch some videos for weight loss, start it, and give it at least a month or two, and do it wholeheartedly. And I'm sure that you can easily lose weight. I was quite obese, and let me tell you that I lost 12 kgs during the 3 months of lockdown. So it is not a difficult task. See, there are so many tools nowadays. You have different apps which can guide you regarding the exercise that you can do. There are apps that can tell you individualized diet chart for you to follow. I'm sure B2 also has some of such features where they help the people to have an individualized diet plan as well. What I would say in simple terms is that if you are determined to lose weight, the first thing that you need to stop is taking sugar and products which are made of sugar. Sweet or glucose is the dense in calories, and that is the most important factor for weight gain. Second thing that you can do is that reduce the carbs from your diet. The breads and bakery products, pav, burger, those things are all full of carbohydrates. You don't need to starve. You can replace the carbohydrates with protein. If you are taking sandwiches in the breakfast, instead of taking a sandwich, go for eggs, go for pulses, go for paneer. So these are the things that you can take. If you're non-vegetarian, just go for a non-veg food which is high in proteins than some carb-rich food. The hunger is at three places. The first one is at the level of your brain. So satiety is something that can be achieved by high protein diet. Protein has a high satiety index. So if you eat a lot of proteins, you will feel full from your mind. The second is the stomach. The stomach can be filled up by taking a lot of fiber. So if you have a lot of vegetables, fruits, that will give the fullness in the stomach. The third part, which is very difficult, is the tongue. So you feel like eating something, and that is what you need to control. Now people have carving for sweets. So if you really are so desperate to have sweets, then go for some artificial sweeteners like stevia or aspartame, something like that. And if you do this, I'm pretty sure that even if you don't exercise, you will start losing weight. Once you start losing weight, you will get motivated for exercise. So see, obesity is not bad everywhere. The fat that is deposited in your abdominal compartment, which is responsible for the tummy, that is the most harmful one. So that is the one which causes insulin resistance and all those complications associated with it. Now, the research that you're talking about is index of central obesity. So basically, that's a parameter, the ratio of your waist circumference and height. That's the index of central obesity. From the research that we did, we found out that if your ratio is more than zero point 0.5, then you are at a risk of all the metabolic complications, which means that if your waist size is more than half of your height, you are at risk. So for a layman, the general or simple message is that we all know our waist size, we all know our height. So just if your waist size, if you can keep it below half of your height, you can prevent these metabolic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, atherosclerosis for a long time. The importance of blood sugar during this COVID pandemic, RSSBI has launched a Defeat Diabetes campaign. And as a part of that campaign, we are conducting a nationwide camp on 29th of September, which is the World Heart Day. So I urge you all to join this campaign. You can go to the nearest site for checking your blood sugars, or you can just check your sugars at the home. If you're using the Betometer, you can check your sugars and just put the reading in the database. So we are attempting to create a world record by doing maximum numbers of blood sugar tests in one day.